Hey again everyone, and welcome back to the channel for the next installment in our new figure showcase series. And just to give you a quick recap, if you're joining us for the first time, this is just a series of videos where I take a look at a new figure I'm adding into the collection, and again, more often than not, it will be a newer release. So for today's installment, we're going to be going back to the world of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and taking a look at the Nebula figure, which is the second version we've gotten from Hot Toys to date. So now, I have picked up all the other Guardian Volume 3 figures, including that third-party Adam Warlock, which was okay. Look, I think this is a phenomenal line that Hot Toys has done overall. Unfortunately, it's not complete, right? We're missing two key players, Mantis in the team suit and also Drax, which Hot Toys, for whatever reason, be it licensing or some kind of an agreement, has only ever been able to produce a single version from the first movie, which itself took a long time to come our way. So having said that, Nebula does come into her own, I think, in this movie a lot, becoming an integral member of the Guardians team. So I think she definitely belongs in the lineup, and it's great to have her in this team suit version, which definitely sets her apart from that original release where she had the more straightforward look overall. So let's take a look at what Hot Toys is giving us here for this version of Nebula. And look, you're getting actually not much. You're getting two hands, two fists. You're getting a series of different attachments for her mechanical arm. You are getting the flight pack, which we see her use very early on in the start of the movie, although interestingly enough, not with this particular suit either. And then you are getting those flight kind of wings that she has, and then a standard dynamic stand on the hexagonal base. So not much, but you know, let's take a look at what we do get. And we'll start as we normally do with the hands. And like I said, as opposed to other releases we've gotten that we've recently looked at, like the Supergirl, for example, you get nothing here. You get two hands, and that's it. And two fists, which I tend to not use as often. Now, the detail in the mechanical fist is great with all the striations, creating that kind of very living metal look. And then the other one has the fingerless glove exposing the blue fingers with the dark nail polish. So, done really well, but they're fists. Now, the highlight for me, and we'll see this with the figure, are the attachments for the mechanical arm, where you do have a number of them. My favorite is the blade in the center, which includes that almost fiery-looking blade tip, where her arm has morphed into that sword element. You do also get this converted cannon, which is just enormous, right? It almost looks a little comical, to be honest, but yeah, it is an intimidating weapon of sorts. And then you do get this other version, which is kind of a transformation in progress with this purple hue at the tip that Hot Toys has recreated here. All different versions that give you different opportunities to create unique looks. Now, as far as the flight vest that you get, this is a softer plastic, a rubbery material that does snap on. It molds nicely onto her body, and it does have some good detail with some kind of textured bits and the buckles that it's all molded, but the buckles all look well done. And then you do get these covers on the rear that allow you to kind of create just the vest only look and cover the ports that are used to kind of connect the wings to. And you do see some silver at the back too that has some good detailing. So look, it's a good accessory for what it's supposed to do. But the highlight for me are the wings, right? That you do connect to this vest as well. Now, they were very interesting in the movie with these essentially sticks projecting out of her back and creating this hovering ability for her. And they are detailed very well with that nice yellow distinctive look and the wiring, as well as the connectors to the vest, to the flight jacket, that also do include some good range of posability and movement to them. So that's a big credit. Now, looking at the figure itself, let's start with the sculpt. And look, it's Nebula, right? So to their benefit, to Hot Toys' benefit, there's a lot more mechanical here, and the color, the paint applications are supposed to be less realistic looking because she is supposed to be an android that's been heavily modified. So Hot Toys does a great job with the color pattern. The eyes are not, you cannot move the eyes, but I don't think you would necessarily want to either, considering that they're just dark black eyeballs. And then on the side of her head, she does have that mechanical plate that does have some good detailing. So overall, great detailing on the sculpt, and it does look like Nebula from the movie, which is a highlight. Now the figure itself, we've seen the team suit before with Star-Lord. We've seen it with with Rocket in a much smaller version. I love the suit. Right, there's just something to it that it creates this different look from anything we've seen before from the Guardians. And look, I love the logo on the chest. I love the blue and dark red, almost crimson combination. Now, you could potentially use this to create a Mantis version of in the team suit in case Hot Toys never gives it to us. But I will say the one issue is you do have the mechanical arm that so you're missing a sleeve, so that you'd have to figure out a way to do that. But the suit itself is great, just like with the other versions. There's a lot of detail here as well, including the belt, which is a plastic that's just wrapped around. It looks great, right? The straps on the arms and holding the armored elements to her shoulders and her forearms look great. The boots are heavy duty with that kind of lower leg protection as well, and it is the ankles are jointed, so you do get posability. Now, as far as the figure itself, she poses great, right? I think for me, there's always an interest in looking at how you can make the figure look a little exciting and unique. And I think to her credit and to Hot Toys' credit, the flight suit that you get, or the flight jetpack, does give you an immediate alternate look that you could create that will stand out and will set this version of Nebula apart from the previous versions we've gotten. Posability is great, right? The different accessories that you have for the arm, for the mechanical arm, give you a total range of things that you can do with this. From the flight pose with the different arms to just a hovering pose to even standing, just having Nebula with different accessories attached. I think she's a figure that poses well. She looks great from an aesthetic point of view. I think Hot Toys did a great job with the sculpt and the suit. They've continued that amazing good work that they've done in the suit with the suit from past releases, from the magnetic connections. No real issue with this figure, to be honest. I didn't have any issues swapping the arm, which is probably the most complicated component here. The vest itself was fairly straightforward, and she just poses well, and she looks like the character from the movie. So for me, I'm very happy to have her. I'm very happy to have her in hand because I think she looks amazing, and you can get some great dynamic poses out of her. And she does complete that line for the moment of Guardians 3. Do I think Hot Toys will go back and complete the line with Mantis and Drax? Listen, you never know with Hot Toys. Hot Toys continues to deliver surprises here and there, but I don't know that that's coming our way. But for now, I'm satisfied with Nebula. I'm satisfied with her concluding this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 line. And I think she is a great figure that might fly a little under the radar given kind of Marvel's state these days and the fact that she is the second version of Nebula we're getting. But if you are interested in a figure that's going to stand out and it's going to give you some options, she may be something worth looking into. So just a few thoughts. Again, very happy with the final version of this and curious to hear what you're thinking. So let me know your thoughts and we'll touch base on the next video.